Hello, nonprofit leaders. I'm Sarah Olivieri, your host, and this podcast is here to assist people like you, executive directors, board members, and other nonprofit leaders make a bigger impact with insights, tips, and lessons learned from nonprofit leaders and experts. Having been an executive director, a board member, and now a consultant and coach, I truly understand the challenges you face. And that's why I'm here. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, so you can make a bigger impact without the burnout. And so is our sponsor, DonorBox. DonorBox isn't just a suite of helpful fundraising tools, it's a partner that helps you raise more money and supports you in retaining your donors. I love their forward-thinking approach. Visit donorbox.org to learn more. And don't forget to sign up for the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter, where you'll get bite-sized, actionable tips just for nonprofit leaders like you, delivered weekly to your inbox. Sign up at inspirednonprofitleadership.com/sign up. Okay, let's dive into today's episode. Today, I'm going to show you 7 steps to do less and get more done. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah Olivieri. I'm a #1 international best-selling author, former executive director, multiple times founder, board member, and it has been such my honor to be a coach and consultant to nonprofit leaders like you for the past many years. And today I'm going to give you 7 steps for you today to get more done while doing less. All right, step number 1 is to take your projects that you're planning to do and break them down into sub-projects that can be completed in 2 weeks or less. Now, this takes a little bit of learning to learn what you and your team, if you have a team, can do realistically in 2 weeks. And I will warn you, our tendency is to think that we can do more than we actually can in 2 weeks. All right. So you've gotten your projects broken down into sub projects that be completed in 2 weeks. Now I want you to make 3 columns. We're going to be placing our sub projects, our 2-week projects into those columns. You can make these columns on a whiteboard in your office. You can use a digital tool like Trello. We like to use here at Pivot Ground a tool called ZenKit. And whatever tool can have columns that you can put stuff in the columns. Now, here are the 3 columns you need: to do, in progress, and done. All right. Now I want you to take your list of 2-week projects and place them into the to-do column. So if you're using a whiteboard, put your 2-week projects on sticky notes and just stick them on the whiteboard in that to-do column. If you're using ZenKit or Trello or some other digital tool, just create those little boxes or cards and put them in the 3 columns. All right. So you've put them in the to-do column. Now I want you, with your team, if you have a team, to look at the projects that you're planning to work on in the next 2 weeks, the upcoming 2 weeks, and move those ones into the in progress column. Now, pro tip here is the less you put in the in progress column, the more you will get done. Let me say that again. The fewer projects that you put into that in progress column for the upcoming 2 weeks, the more work will get done. So if you just put 1 project in there and have your whole team just work on 1 project, you will get more done than if you put 3 projects in there. Now, I don't want you to put more than 3 projects in this column unless you have a very large team. Okay, next is to review your in progress column with your team if you have them. And if not, you're just going to be really tough on yourself and you're going to call BS on each other if anybody put too much on their in progress column. Okay, don't get used to calling each other out saying you're not actually superhuman. You can't do all that in 2 weeks, okay? And then get realistic and take some projects off if you've put too many in. All right. So now you're going to spend the next 2 weeks working on those projects. You'll probably need to take a few minutes for whatever projects you're in charge of to actually write out all the tasks that need to get done for those projects and assign those projects. All right. So that's step 6 is to take those projects, write out all the tasks, any that you're going to delegate, any that you're going to do yourself, you're going to do. And step 6 is to calendarize, write the projects, write the tasks, sorry, write out the tasks and then put those tasks into your calendar or have whoever delegates put them into their calendar. All right. Step 7 is come back in 2 weeks and move all those projects that were in progress that you've now completed to the done column. Now, maybe there are some projects that you didn't complete. That's okay, right? You're going to leave them in the in progress column. Or if you decided you're not going to complete them ever, you can delete them. And I want you to take note of how many projects got moved from in progress to done. Now, I have a bonus tip for you. What happens if in the middle of 2 weeks you finished everything? Well, then you can go back to your to do column, grab another project, put it into the in progress column, and move it along. When you do this, you will get significantly more done in your organization. And if you measure how many projects are moving from the to do column into the done column to done column, then you will actually be able to measure the increase in how much is getting done. And then you just repeat the process, adding columns from anything that was in the column of to do, move that into in progress for the upcoming. Make all your tasks come into finish projects from the in progress to the done column and enjoy the satisfaction and excitement of how much more you got done by putting less in the in progress column. If you would like tips like these and reminders and announcements about when I'm going live, you can sign up for the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter at inspirednonprofitleadership.com. Or if you're thinking, oh my God, I'd love to learn the whole system about how Sarah teaches nonprofits to get more done in less time, we do that in the Impact Method with lots of guidance from me in what I call the Thrive program. If you want to see if you're a good fit, you can go to pivotground.com/application. I'll take a look at what your issues are and your organization. I manually review these applications. And if it seems like there's potential there, we'll hop on a call and I'll tell you all about the program. And if it seems still like a good fit, you can enroll at any time.
You've been listening to Inspired Nonprofit Leadership. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode or the bonus episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review and be sure to share with your friends and colleagues. Tune in every week for more useful insights and wisdom on nonprofit leadership. Thanks so much for all you do for the communities you serve. Until next time, all the best.